This is indeed a horror story. I am a participant in it, not the focus of the horror. It takes place in mid-70s, 40 years ago, if you can believe that. I had just moved to Washington, D.C. as a police officer. I was really excited about that. It took place a little bit after October. I was out celebrating with some of the other undercover officers because I was working undercover, working in vice and prostitution, having a great time. Oh, it was a lot of fun. We partied most of the time. And we were celebrating a bust that we had just done, arresting a bunch of military people, little army brats who thought they were going to start a prostitution ring and get away with it by using other army personnel and the army as the army barracks as a base and not get caught. They were wrong. And it was a lot of fun getting that one done. So we were out celebrating, and we were partying in Georgetown in a bar, and there were about 6 of us, and my control officer, the control officer is the officer who takes all of your reports into the station, and so that you don't have to go in and be seen talking to police officers and that kind of thing. You just talk to him in various places, him or her. And his name was Rocky. He was a huge Swedish guy. And while we were all there, he saw this good-looking black guy that he knew from having arrested before. So Peaches, the name of the black guy, came over and talked to him. He said, "Hey, Rocky, I'm out. How's that?" He said, "Yeah, and you're going to go back in again. I know you." So he said, "I was just looking at the lady you're with. She's not your girl, is she?" "No, she just came down recently, moved down here. She's a friend of my sister. She's just got a job." He said, "Oh, does she date black guys?" "Lovely lady." He said, "I don't think she's your type, but you can ask her." And he said, "Well, can I ask her to dance?" He said, "Sure, go ask her. I don't think she's your type." So he came over and he asked me, he came over, he kissed my hand. He was very gallant. "Lovely lady, would you like to dance?" I looked at Rocky and he said, "If you want to." I said, "Sure." Here I am in my suede outfit, bell bottoms. 40 years ago, you gotta remember, I was good looking then. I had hair down to my waist. It was a sexy looking outfit with a suede jacket, suede bell bottoms, and a satiny pretty blouse on. And I said, "Sure." So we started dancing. He started buying me drinks, and he set up a date with me. I said, "Oh, this is going to be good." Rocky, in the meantime, had filled me in who he was. And he said, "I think he's stupid enough to actually hit on you and try to get you to work for him." I said, "No, he's not." He said, "Oh, yes, he is." So we ended up going out. Went out for dinner. He wined me and dined me. And then we went out a little bit more. And then he was stupid enough to introduce me to a couple of his girls and decided to ask me to work for him. I said, "Well, what would I be doing?" And he said, "Oh, honey, you'll just be helping me out with a couple of my friends. Do some favors for me." And he said all the magic words that he had to say. And I said, "Well, actually, let me call a friend of mine, I think, who might be interested as well." I called Rocky. He came over, and he looked at him, and he looked at me. And I said, "Yep." Pulled out my badge, showed him my badge, And Rocky looked at him and just shook his head. He said, I told you she wasn't your type.